Hello. I am starting a new game today. We are going to be doing Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Obviously Nancy drew Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. I'm not just bringing up a random game. We should have some fun. Obviously, at least at the beginning, she always tells you what happens, so I don't have to explain the game. However, I will be kind of playing my drinking game. I will be drinking soda tonight. If you would like to play along, the rules are right under me on the channel. You know. If you can't read it in the image, you can click on it and it'll send you to our blog where you can read it in text. So that should be good, and let's see if this keeps going. There we go. It's really tiny on my screen. Just so you know, it is minuscule. So let's see if I can even read half of this shit. Why is it so small? Okay, exit game. It's never been this small before. I think it got confused. There we go. It got confused before. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Oh. There we go. That's better. I was like, it was way too small before. So let's get started.
Welcome to my latest case, Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. To start playing, choose either junior or senior detective.
Pretend
if you're
like I'm
dear
not
Ned,
play junior.
remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos
Let me
that Dad
know
has up in his
about
office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway.
Volume.
We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately.
Naturally. I said I'd drop
weird
everything.
Things started happening the moment I pulled
You don't
up.
even know Sally
First,
very well.
this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked
Look at her
in.
fucking convertible.
And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of me is starting to feel a little uneasy. I'll let you know what happens. Ever yours, Nancy.
Cool. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Okay. Fine. I'll answer the phone.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk fast because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you all right?
No, I feel awful bailing on you like that. You must think
You're
I'm
a terrible
such a
friend.
flake.
You're
I'm just
an awful
worried
friend.
about you. What's wrong?
I couldn't stand the thought of spending another night there. I knew you were on your way, but it didn't help. I just got too scared.
What's to be scared of?
What's to be scared of?
Quiet here.
Just wait until it gets dark. Then you'll see.
It is dark.
What am I saying? Nancy, you shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
No way. You've got me so curious, I wouldn't leave even if I could.
What do you mean?
A tree fell down behind my car just as I was driving up to the house. I'm blocked in.
Ow.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing
You had this place
anything about
inspected?
it. Listen, call M's Emporium. That's a store on the lake. Emily knows everybody. She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
Oh, okay. I gotta scroll down.
Don't worry about it. I'm not in any hurry to leave.
You will be. Okay, look. I just bought a little
You will
outboard
be.
motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine.
Oh, it should run
It's
just
tied up at
fine,
the dock
by the
outside.
way.
Just get in it
Just
and
so you
go.
know.
Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
I can't just take off in your boat. It's pitch black outside.
Then listen to me. Go around the house and lock all the doors and windows. Do that right now.
There aren't.
Sally, just tell me why you're so upset.
The dogs. Those dogs. Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling. Teeth and claws.
Dogs don't really have claws as much.
Dogs? Hello? Did you say dogs?
She said dogs
Hello?
several times. Oh well.
What is that?
It's obviously a person. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. Want to kill Nancy already?
Rotten floorboards. Watch your...
Take a drink. Cool.
Something's out there.
Something's
Now
out
look
there.
what you've done. That was a Strixvaria. At least I think it was. Never know for sure now, will I?
Excuse me. You are on private property, sir.
I'm sorry, but you startled me. What are you doing out here?
Birds. I'm trying to look for birds. What are you doing out here?
I'm Nancy Drew. I'm staying in this house, and I heard a lot of weird noises, so I came out here to investigate.
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds. And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up.
No, you weren't.
Where'd you come from, anyway?
I'm in this house that I just walked out of.
I drove in today from River Heights to visit my friend Sally McDonald.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that? The Malone house is no place for one young woman, let alone two.
What do you know about the woman living here?
I talked to her a couple of times.
He's literally
But
on
you know,
private property.
The
That's
last time
my
I
issue
saw her,
right now.
she wasn't doing so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
What do you think was scaring her?
The dogs.
The
The
dogs.
dogs of Mickey Malone.
Mm,
Legend
yes.
goes that when Malone was finally arrested and hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off into the woods and were never seen again. People
Well,
would
yeah.
just hear them, howling like their hearts were broken every night until one by
Are
one...
you saying Sally's
all
house is
died.
haunted by ghost dogs?
But every time someone tries living in the Malone house, back they come.
Are you saying Sally's house is haunted by ghost dogs?
Every
No,
night,
I liked my
ever
inflection
since
better.
She moved in, you could hear them howling. And some nights the dogs would appear outside the house, running around, snarling and barking and throwing themselves at the doors and windows. And then they'd be gone. They're buried in the cemetery just beyond the house, you know. Them and Malone both.
The dogs would attack
I
her
thought
house?
no one saw them
It's like they
again.
don't want anybody but Malone living there. I guess they don't know he's dead. And so are they.
Did she ever call the police?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew. All they got around here is
She's
one
not
officious
from New
little
York.
park ranger.
She's-
And all Jeff Akers does is sit around all day trying to figure out how he can get himself transferred out of here to a bigger park.
Are you a native of Moon Lake?
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds.
Okay,
Got
sure.
an observation platform just up the path, kind of my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down there on the lake. Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
Well, I like how his face doesn't
Are
change.
those the ghost dogs?
Yes, ma'am.
Are
Which
those
is
the
why
ghost
I think it would
dogs?
be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
Yes, sir. Oh.
This is not good.
Gotcha. The geese. Oof. Oof. It's a doggy. well. I know I'm supposed to be like scared and shit, but there's stuff to explore. Nancy, I'm really sorry, but I just can't face another night here. I'm going to my aunt's in Philadelphia. Doors open. Make yourself at home. We'll call you from my car. My cell phone is blah blah blah. Please don't hate me. That's the one that was on the door, apparently. Get well water tested ASAP. Yoink. I actually literally have a printout of this. But I'll take it. No water. Oh, we took more shit. Good take. Yep. I know why we're taking it, but does Nancy? Get dead tree cut down. Well, we helped her with that.
Leaves that appear on a fresh spring tree make my birth different from the other 3. When swans drift by on shimmering blue, I'm the one who plays in the summer dew. When autumn's call brings out the deer, it is I who howls on mornings clear. And when winter comes and birds take flight, look to me to sleep through the long gray night.
Cool. Which I already know. Trees. Moose. Swans. Birds. Okay. Good to know. I mean, there's not really much else I can do. Oh, I can start playing with these.
It's stuck. I need some sandpaper. It's stuck.
It's stuck! It's stuck. It's stuck. Am I supposed to just... Yeah, let's just go to bed for the night. Let's just... This is one of the ones where, we just sleep 12 hours at a time. Ah, it's the morning music. Ah. Okay. Well, we can't
Looks
do that
like
yet.
paw prints.
Paw prints when you saw dogs? How crazy. Bucket. I have bucket.
The boat's full of water.
Bucket. Yoink. Okay. Yeah, totally. It'll just
The
run.
spark plug is missing.
Amazing. It's not that the spark plug is bad, it's just that it's fucking missing. Amazing. So we can't do anything else until that happens. So I made a mistake in making it daytime because he's not out here during the day.
This must be Red's observation platform.
Yeah. He's not up here during the day. He's only up here at night. Okay, well, that's fine. Because we can at least do some other stuff. Like, come back here. Okay. Good to know.
Those look too rotten.
Okay. That's it? That's all I can grab? Just one board. Okay, let's go into the forest. Maybe that's enough.
This doesn't look very safe. It's still not fixed.
Oh, so I have to take them with me. Sure. Makes sense. So there's this. Oi. I could do that, or I could go get the actual printed out copy I have. Wahaha. There it is. So now I can just look at it. I don't have to pull out the stupid map every time. Funnily enough, there's some linguistics on the back for no real reason. Vowel charts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I definitely was. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's keep going. Into the woods we go.
I'd better be careful.
I'd better be careful. Let's go this way. Hi, birdie. Hi, birdie. Okay, there's a yellow ribbon there. It's not jaundice arms, they're rubber gloves. Okay. Turn left here. Ha ha ha. Graveyard. Or cemetery. Exciting. Snooky. Our beloved dog. I'm glad these gangsters. Goodness. Oma Pearl. Piff and Paff. Cedric Cosmo Cranky. Oh look, more wood. Take a drink. Marbles. We are so sorry to have lost you. Stench. Okay, so Vitus was born February 8th. So winter. Vitus. Xander was born in August. Lucy was born in April. And then Iggy was born in November. Ig. Okay. At least now we know that.
These look like dog tracks.
Or paw prints, as normal people would call them. Okay. Nancy's like, okay, that's cool. She's like, I'm done with this. Stump. Nothing over here. Okay. I'm really, really bad with directions. Fallen log. I want to turn right. Yes. And now left. That should get me back to the beginning. Yep, and I'm out. Cool. At least now I have all of the pieces of wood, probably. Any nails or hammer? Oh, I think there's a shed out back that I didn't go to. Because I really don't think we can just plop some shit down and be like, yeah, no, that's totally how it works. Is there not a shed? Am I crazy? I thought there was a shed. I mean, maybe I am crazy, but... Ah, there is a shed.
A face only a gnome could love.
I don't know what that means, but... Ooh, a key. That wasn't very smart. Oh, look, a lock.
It's locked.
It's locked. Take a drink.
Oh, the key broke off. It's locked. There's got to be another way to get this open. I gotta have some torque.
I gotta have some torque. Okay, I gotta tell you guys this. When Ariana and I first played this game, we had no fucking clue what that meant. We just didn't get it. Oh, okay. Cool. Just take some drinks, it's fine. Cool. I like it. Well, we're at least doing some fun stuff for our good friend, Sally. Yeah. Rotten floorboards, watch your step. That's cool. That's fine. Okay. So we can't do anything else until we... Oh, well, we can at least call. But yeah. But we had no clue what torque. Gotta have some torque.
Hey, Sally,
we were like, what
it's
the
Nancy.
fuck does this mean?
Nancy, did you see them? Did you see the dogs?
Yes, I
mean,
did.
yeah,
and I
I
can
saw them.
understand why you left. They were pretty frightening. But if it's okay with you, I'd really like to stay and get to the bottom of whatever's going on. That's why you asked me here in the first place, right?
Yes, but Nancy, are you sure?
Positive. Consider Detective Drew officially on the case.
I wish I were even half the trooper you are, Nancy. I have such high hopes for that house. All the beauty there, the wildlife, all the pictures I was going to take. It would break my heart to have to give it up.
Yeah, that's what I care about.
When was the first time you saw the dogs?
I heard them the very first night I was here. I heard them almost every night, howling in the distance, but I didn't actually see them until I'd been here about a week. After that, they started appearing pretty much every other night.
When they appeared, did they always do the same thing?
Yes, come to think of it. They always came running up to the house, barking and snarling. They'd lunge at the windows, they'd jump up on the door, they'd run around and bark some more, then they'd run off. What are you getting at?
These attacks seem to involve a lot of choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake.
Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off-season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked
It's
to a total
spring,
of 3
but
people
spring
the
is
whole 4
off-season.
weeks I was at Moon Lake.
How is spring off season? Whatever.
Which 3 people?
Let's see, the park ranger, I forget his name, kind of a pain in the neck.
Wow.
Emily Griffin, she's the one who owns that store I told you about. And I ran into this bird watcher a couple of times. Had a funny name.
Red Knot. I've run into him too.
Other than people I may have nodded hello to while getting gas or something, I swear those are the only people I've talked to at Moon Lake.
Since I'm going to be staying here a while, is there
I don't
anything
really
I should
want
know
to
about the
listen to any
place?
of this.
Well, let's see. I've got the water turned off because it's well water and it needs to be tested before I can use it for anything. In fact, if you could get that testing done for me, I'd
Telling
really
us what to do.
appreciate it. Oh, and watch where you walk in the living room. Some of the
Already
floorboards
fixed
are
those.
so rotten you could fall right through. And I keep hearing these faint squeaks and rustling type noises coming from below the floor. I hope you're not scared of mice.
Your outboard motorboat is missing a spark plug. Is there one around here by any chance?
I wouldn't know a spark plug if I swallowed one whole. But you need that
I think
boat,
you
Nancy.
would.
Right now, it's your lifeline. You can't use your car, and believe me, you can't walk anywhere because all the paths around the house end in this thick, horrible brush. You've got to get it fixed.
You've
Wait
got
a
to get it
minute.
fixed.
The bird watcher, he's got a boat.
Oh
Maybe
my
you
God.
could borrow his spark plug or something. Go down the path that's to the right as you look out toward the lake from the house, and you'll eventually see his observation platform. Try him at night. He never seems to be around during the day.
I could really use some sandpaper. Do you have any stashed away somewhere?
Sure don't. Try M's Emporium. That's on the west side of the lake. And brace yourself if you haven't been there yet. The place is something else.
How well do you know the owner?
I feel like I've known her all my life. She's so open and friendly.
I'm tired
She
of
likes
this
to make it
conversation.
sound as if Moon Lake used to be a major hangout for criminals and degenerates, which isn't really true and irks some people around here no end. But I figure she's just trying to make a buck.
How do I go about getting your water tested?
Try the ranger station on the east side of the lake. I've been told you can get some kind of kit there.
I'm curious. Why did you characterize the park ranger as a pain in the neck?
I left part of a ham sandwich on a picnic table once. Big mistake. From the way he carried on, you'd think I just made the FBI's 10 most wanted list. I don't think he likes me. Emily says it's because I wrecked his dream of becoming super ranger or something when I bought the Malone house instead of the parks department. Me, I think he just basically has a problem relating to people unless they're asking questions or breaking the law.
Well then.
Where'd all that stuff in your tool shed come from?
It's just junk left behind by previous owners. Came with the house. I've been meaning to take inventory and start pitching stuff, but I didn't. If they ever make procrastination a crime, I'm done for.
The wall hanging in the living room with a poem on it, and those dog carvings in that cabinet above the sofa. What can you tell me about them?
Aren't they cool? They came with the place. Sold the clock. Apparently, Malone had them custom made when he built the house. In fact, they're all built into the house. They're still there because you can't move them.
Has the clock ever worked?
Not for me. Oh, but get this. One day, I was messing with the hands. You know, trying to get them to work. And all of a sudden, one of the four little doors flew open. And instead of a cuckoo, this dog popped out and barked 3 times. It's a doggy clock. That Malone.
That
Bad as he
Malone.
was, he sure loved those dogs.
He was a terrible criminal who probably killed people, but he sure loved those dogs.
Are you aware that you're the proud owner of your very own cemetery?
Yes. When the realtor told me there was a cemetery on the property, I went, ugh.
Ugh.
But when I saw how far from the house it was and how small it was, I decided I could live with it, as it were.
Do you know if Malone is really buried there?
The realtor said the cemetery was just a sham, that there's nothing under those tombstones but dirt. But he may have just been saying that so I'd buy the place. The only way to know for sure whether or not Malone is there is to start digging, and I'm certainly not going to do that.
Talk to you later.
Thanks again,
Well,
Nancy.
why not?
Nancy, how's it going?
Hey, Bess.
Nancy,
How'd you know
how's
it
it
was me?
going?
Telepathy, of course. Just another of my many talents. You are so full of it. She got caller ID.
Oh my goodness.
So now, instead of hanging up on the geeks that always call her, she just doesn't answer the phone. Very funny. So
It's
what's
so
up?
exciting. So exciting.
Believe it or not, on some nights, this house gets attacked by a pack of dogs. Sally's so scared of them, she left me here by myself.
Did you say dogs? She couldn't have, George. Dogs don't attack houses.
Dogs don't attack houses.
They were definitely dogs. They came out of nowhere and started leaping at the windows and scratching at the doors like they wanted to get in.
Maybe that was just their way of being friendly.
These dogs were not friendly, believe me, and they had glowing yellow
They're totally
eyes.
friendly.
A bird watcher I ran into said they were ghosts.
Ah, yes.
The man who built Sally's place on Moon Lake was a gangster. The bird watcher said that the ghosts of his dogs show up every time someone new tries to live here.
The place is haunted by ghost dogs? Like there's such a thing as ghosts. But it does sound like you've got another mystery on your hands, Detective Drew.
I mean,
There's
at
a
least this
private
time I was
cemetery
actually
in the
called out
woods
for one.
back. Malone and his dogs are supposedly buried there.
Creepy.
And there were paw prints in the cemetery. Fresh paw prints.
Are you sure you're going to be all right there by yourself? We'd volunteer to drive out there and keep you company, but unfortunately my car's in the shop, and you know what a scaredy cat George is.
That's okay. There's really no room, and believe me, living conditions here are pretty primitive.
Scaredy cat, huh? You're gonna pay for that remark, dear cousin.
Dear cousin.
Bye, you guys.
Don't
This
be
is
a
what we
stranger.
say.
Take
This-
care.
Totally how words... Okay, let's sleep for 12 hours.
The moon's so bright, I won't need my flashlight.
That's good. Hey, friend.
Well, it's Miss Nancy Drew.
Does that mean you'd like me to call you Mr. Red Knot?
All right, then. Hello, Nancy. Now put a muffler on it, would ya? I just
Wow.
heard a cerulean warbler.
Mmm.
Did you say last night that you have an outboard motorboat?
Sure do. Only type of motorized vehicle that's allowed on Moon Lake. Heck, if it were up to me, I'd ban them too. Have everybody get around by canoe. Nothing like the threat of physical activity to keep tourists away.
You're not
Amazing.
exactly a people person, are you?
I came to see birds, not people.
You're the one being
The
loud
more
now.
people there are in
sir.
a forest, the fewer birds there are. It's a fact of life.
Okay.
Reason I like to come here is because nobody else does. It's perfect. Not a decent grocery store, restaurant, or motel for miles.
Gotcha. You don't happen to have a spare spark plug lying around, do you?
What's a pretty young lady like you know about spark plugs?
Enough to know that the engine on Sally's boat is missing one, and that I'm going to be stuck here unless and until I replace it.
I might be able to help you out. After all, I was a Boy Scout.
I like that.
Be prepared.
Heh 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 heh.
You mean you have a spark plug I could buy?
Well, just so happens I've got 2 spark plugs right here in my pocket. Question is, if I give you one, what do I get for it? I don't
Creepy.
need cash, but maybe you could take a few pictures for me. Know how to use a digital camera?
So creepy. Red flags. Red flags.
Sure. What would you like me to
Red
take
flags.
pictures of?
Birds, of course. There's a couple of birds I'm supposed to take pictures of for PepSob. That's
Pepsob.
People for the Preservation and Study of Birds. You can recognize them by their songs, which are on this tape, which you can play on my cassette player, which you're gonna have to get from M's Emporium as soon as you get your boat fixed. Think you can handle that?
I know I can.
Here's everything you'll need. M's Emporium
you.
is up lake on the west side. Not that I'm trying to get you out of my hair or anything, but try not to come pestering me till you're done, okay? One more thing. You smoke?
Only when I'm on fire.
Only when I'm on fire.
Oh, you're a spunky one, aren't you? Well, these woods may not look it.
I don't
but
like
they're
that you're asking me to
tinder
take
dry.
pictures and now you're
One
calling me
lit
spunky
match,
and shit.
And the best bird habitat on the East
Red
Coast will go
flags.
up in smoke. So watch what you do. Because if anything like that happens, I won't be looking for birds anymore. I'll be looking for you. Watch yourself out there.
Okay. I just got threatened. For literally no reason. Okay, now I get to go sleep again for another 12 hours. I am. So, positive. Boop, doop, boop, badoop. But the real question is, why don't you have sparkle plugs in your pocket? That one should be minus.
I gotta have some torque.
Gotta have some torque. Here we go. Positive, yep. And that one should be nil. Nope. Oops. We died. Okay, cool. Girl detective drowns in lake. Thanks. I thought I'd be able to come back. There we go. Okay, first things first. Nope. I meant to go. There we go.
Hey there! Welcome to M's Emporium. I'm Emily Griffin.
Andrew said she looked like Hillary Clinton once, and ever since I've been, unable to not see it.
I'm Nancy Drew. Sally McDonald said you might be able to help me.
I like helping people. Of course, I like selling them stuff even better. But keep talking.
Well, Sally invited me to come out and stay with her for a while. But right now, I need a chainsaw.
Yes.
Chainsaw?
A tree fell down in the driveway behind my car, and now I'm blocked in.
I'll get Tucker Davis to take care of it. Gotta warn you, though. Tucker tends to do things in his own sweet time. So how come Sally
Yes.
ain't with you?
Hillary Clinton and Gillian Anderson. Pretty much.
She thinks the Malone place is haunted, and after last night,
It wasn't
I
last
can
night.
see
It was the
why.
night before.
I told her. I said, Sally, that old house is gonna be nothing but trouble. And sure enough, Malone's hounds have come back. Just when we all thought they were finally resting in peace.
When was the last time they appeared?
Seems like they show up every time somebody buys the place. So the last time would have been 10, 15 years ago.
Have you ever seen the
Have
dogs?
you ever seen the dogs?
Nope. Don't want to,
Have
neither.
you ever seen the
Just
dogs?
hearing them howl's bad enough. Scares the bejeebies out of me.
I got the bejeebies scared out of me twice last night. Just before I saw the dogs, I caught a man named Red Knot prowling around outside the house.
The bird watcher. Comes in every so often to stock up on that weirdo food he eats.
Yeah,
You know
weirdo
how them tree
food.
hugger types are.
Has he been in the area long?
About as long as those pink-billed warblers and purple-eyed owls he's always chasing have been around. Couple of months, I guess.
Mr. Knott did me a favor, and in return he asked me to pick up a cassette player from you.
Oh, yeah. I got it right here. Thought maybe the old coot had forgotten he left it here. What else
There we
can I
go.
do you for?
What else can I do you for?
These so-called ghost dogs left very real paw prints. I saw some near the cemetery that's by the Malone house. Have you ever been there?
Can't say as I have. Poking around cemeteries ain't exactly a hobby with me.
You know what? That sounds super judgy, and I don't like to be judged.
Where do you find your... achoo!
Bless you. It's all the dust. Sometimes I think it grows on this stuff.
Some of those old bottles are beautiful. Where'd you get them?
Found 'em. See, back in the days of Prohibition, that old Malone place used to be Party Central. Only way to get to and
It
from
is a bad
back then
accent.
was by boat. And when those boats dumped,
Especially
on
since
account of
this is
bad
supposed to be
weather or bad
Pennsylvania.
driving or the feds suddenly showing up, well, everything from diamond necklaces to full bottles of illegal booze sank to the bottom of the lake.
So, it's finders keepers, huh?
That's right. See, recovering objects from the lake bed is illegal. According to Squeaky Wheel Acres, dragging the lake for artifacts was upsetting its delicate eco-balance. So thanks mostly to his constant squawking, the state banned it.
Squeaky Wheel
I don't know. I
Acres?
want to stop
Jeff
talking to her.
Akers, local park ranger. I keep telling him all this stuff washed up on shore. But does that snobby little stickler for rules believe me?
Sounds like you aren't real fond of Ranger Acres.
Jeff Akers could take all his precious rules and regulations and take a flying leap.
And shove it up his
Now,
ass.
I got nothing against getting more customers in
Sorry.
here, mind you.
Yeah,
But I
this
kinda
game
like
was very
Moonlight the
scary
way it
as a
is.
child. I
Small,
agree.
quiet, out of the way. But Jeff Akers, why, there's nothing he'd like better than to see all the lake and all the property around it turned into one big, noisy, jam-packed
Ooh.
state park.
Click.
Why would he want that?
Sure.
He's the type of guy who likes to boss people around, makes them feel important. So if the park got way bigger and was crawling with tourists, why, instead of giving out
Tourists.
maybe one ticket for littering every 2 days, he'd be giving out 12 tickets every 2 hours. He'd be in heaven. Well, hey, I'm sure you got better things to
I
do
do
than
not
getting
watch
your ear
The
chewed off
Office.
by yours
I
truly.
did for a while, but not. But that was very, very long ago. I know it's over now, anyway.
I need to buy something.
You want it? I got it. As long as you pay cash, that is.
Right now, cash is kind of a problem for me. Do you think we could do some kind of trade-off?
I'll give you this
scratch
digital
my back,
camera.
I scratch yours, huh? Seeing as how you're a friend of Sally's, and seeing as how I got some things around here that could use doing, I guess we could work something out. What is it you need?
Do you sell sandpaper by any chance?
I do, but Mr. Birdbrain was in last week and
Oh my
cleaned me
God.
out. Said he was tired of that observation platform of his giving him splinters in his hinter regions.
Think I could get some from him?
He's your only hope. But you better ask him for it quick. That deck of his is pretty big, and those squares I sold him are pretty small.
Okay.
Guess
Bye.
I'll see you later.
You betcha.
I'm Nancy, and I don't bring money anywhere. Yep. Coco Kringle, take a drink. Buy a piece of the past. 80 years ago, Moon Lake was crawling with gangsters, flappers, and jazz musicians from the big city. They traveled to and from parties by boat, and were so rich that if they accidentally dropped something in the lake, they wouldn't even bother going after it. Each item you see here was fished by legal means out of Moon Lake, and most likely belonged to some wealthy big shot. Don't go home without buying at least one genuine artifact from the Roaring Twenties. Live bait sold here. That's okay. Lots of stuff. Okay, we're already wearing it. Cool. Yeah. Now, generally I don't go after things at the bottom of the lake, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy.
Hello, can I help you?
Hello, can I help you? He looks like a Ken doll, but Ken's black friend. Back in the 90s when the black Barbie dolls were very light. Right though? He just looks like he's made out of plastic.
Are you Jeff Akers?
At your service. I noticed that you arrived by boat. Does that mean you're staying on the lake?
Yes.
I'm Nancy Drew. Sally McDonald is a friend of mine. I'm staying at her house.
Let's see. Sally McDonald is the woman who bought the old Malone place.
That's her. Unfortunately, she seems to have developed a problem of the
Yeah,
canine
I mean, right
kind.
though?
Don't tell me she believes all that ghost dog stuff.
So you know the legend?
I know almost everything about this area. Not only have I lived here all my life, but you're standing in the unofficial Moon Lake Museum of Factual and Natural History.
Cool.
I'm its equally unofficial curator.
What's your take on all this
What's
ghost
your
dog
take
stuff?
on all this ghost dog stuff?
Whatever's out there,
Oh, I'm out
I'm
of
sure
sugar.
they're no more and no less than exactly what they look and sound like. Dogs. Living, breathing, very noisy dogs.
Any idea what would make a dog's eyes glow yellow?
Something in their diet, maybe? Some oddball vitamin or protein.
Yeah.
Do you have something I could use to test the well water at Sally's?
Sure do. Simple to use, too. Just pump some water into this vial, return the sample to
Sounds
me,
good.
I'll send it off, and in a day or two, you'll find out whether or not your water's fit to drink.
Cool.
Does everyone out here have a well?
Everyone who doesn't want to die of thirst does. Hooking up to a municipal water supply is out of the question. Too expensive.
What do you know about the cemetery behind the Malone house?
I'll just ask
People
him
are
all
buried
tons of
there.
questions.
Beyond that, what's to know?
Are Malone's dogs buried there?
That's the rumor.
The inscription on one of the tombstones reads Waldo Matthias. Does that name ring any bells?
Not in my steeple.
Well then.
Would you mind mailing this letter for me?
Not at all.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Please do. And if you have any questions, any more questions,
Well,
just ask.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. The deer mouse population has boomed this year, so please take precautions if you're cleaning out any area where they may have nested. They can carry some nasty diseases.
Thanks
Yes,
for the
sir.
tip, Ranger Akers.
thanks for the tip, Ranger Acres. How old is this tree? Did you know that growth rings on a tree indicate its age and the environmental conditions in which it grew? This cross-section is a reproduction of a pine tree that was 62 years old when it was cut down. Please note that the large size of this display does not reflect the actual width of a 62-year-old pine. Very cool. A burn scar from a fire that's quickly scorched a forest. Blah, blah, blah. Exciting. I don't think that's ever anything we actually need to learn. Exciting. 1932, in the United States within Great Depression, FDR recognized that the country was facing two very serious problems. Its natural resources were rapidly being destroyed by soil erosion and deforestation, and thousands of able-bodied men were unemployed and desperately looking for work. So when he was elected, Roosevelt immediately compelled Congress to pass the Emergency Conservation Work Act. It called for the establishment of a peacetime army of men who stationed at various camps throughout the country to undertake work projects that would save and revitalize the nation's forests while allowing the men to earn much-needed paychecks. By the end of 1935, this army, called the Civilian Conservation Corps, had been successfully mobilized and was hard at work. 500,000 enrollees were stationed at 2,650 camps, which were located in all 48 states, as well as the territories of Hawaii and Alaska. The men undertook projects ranging from building roads and fire towers to stringing telephone lines and planting billions of trees. When the CCC was abolished in 1942, it had left its mark on every state in the nation. The importance of its role in the development of recreational facilities in national, state, county, and metropolitan parks throughout the country cannot be understated. The building in which you are now sitting is a testament to the dedication and determination of Roosevelt's Tree Army. Exciting. Amazing. Health and safety tips. Well water. Oh boy. Yes, definitely. I'm reading all of this. I know how to do this. It's okay. Exciting. Ooh, look at that. Oof. Yeah, all that means so much, yep. When they really wanted to make sure we knew. Forest fire prevention. All 911. Poisonous plants. Poison ivy, poison oak, and poison sumac. Yep, poison ivy and poison oak are characterized by the leaves comprised of 3 leaflets. Just remember, leaves of 3, let it be. That's what they always, like, drilled into us when I was younger. Leaves of 3, let it be. Leaves of 3, let it be. Poison sumac has its leaves comprised of 7 to 13 leaflets and tends to grow as a tall shrub or low tree in boggy areas of the park. That's why I've never seen a poison sumac, because it needs to be boggy. Yeah, doesn't really matter. History of Moon Lake. Lenape tribe. Oh my goodness. Apparently they were Algonquin speaking. Exciting. No. Stinging nettles are very different. And they look pretty. They're all spiky. The nettles we get in California are really pretty, actually. They have all these purple flowers on them. Early settlers. Immigrants from Europe moved in. Immigrants. Immigrants, sure. That's a way to put it. Oh, like the rest of Pennsylvania, Moon Lake was very anti-slavery. Prior to the Civil War, the Retzke farm on the north side of the lake was rumored to be part of the Underground Railroad. Sure. Sure. Famous residents. Yeah. Dougie. Look at the happy Dougie. In the early 20th century, many celebrities from the East Coast spent time here, including Florence Ziegfeld, famous producer of Broadway musicals and reviews. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Ben Franklin. Mickey Malone. That's it. 3. That's 3. Definitely. Yeah, this is totally something I want to care about. Roman numerals. okay. It's cool. I already know what Roman numerals are. So, thank you. About Jeff Akers. Park Ranger Jeff Akers was born and raised in Tyrone, Pennsylvania. Upon graduation from Norris High School in 1989, he attended Penn State, where he earned a bachelor's degree in park and recreation management. That means he's only 3 years younger than my parents. He has been the park ranger at Moon Lake State Park since 1996. Because he spent much of his childhood at Moon Lake, he is excited about introducing visitors to what he calls the best state park in the country. From geology to astronomy to meteorology, Ranger Akers knows his stuff. So if you have any questions, just ask. He's here to serve. Cool. Oh, man. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're back around. That's a lot of nature. Boating. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm just seeing if Nancy says anything. Because if Nancy says something, then I know I needed to look at it, but I just do not care. You know? I'm not gonna read about all this shit. Common sense. Leash laws. Yeah. Malone should know that his dogs from the afterlife need to adhere to the leash laws. Fishing. It's warm water fishing. Awesome. Beautiful. We've looked at everything.
I probably shouldn't mess around with this without Ranger Akers' permission.
I guess. Yep, already looked at all of this stuff. Why have it in all these places? Also, no wait. Is that Ranger Akers' fursona? Does Ranger Akers have a fursona that's a skunk? I'll let you guys decide. See? Is that just his fursona? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying. Hiking tips. You're welcome. I'm just trying to help you clean out your sinuses. Snorting out. You know. Ginger ale. Chipmunks are so tiny, I never even thought about how tiny they are. Because I had never seen one in person until a couple years ago. Once we moved here, we saw one, and I was like, it's tiny! I always expected them to be the same size as squirrels. They're not. Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Ranger Akers. Okay. Awesome. Don't you know, snorting it gets it there faster. Haha. Okay. Let's... Oh, first, put the bucket down. Then... Glug, 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 glug. Cool. There we go. Perfect. We're at least able to do that shit. Oh. He gave us a cassette. Cassette goes right in. Bird calls.
American goldfinch. Northern cardinal. red-tailed hawk.
I mean, close enough. I don't.
Western tanager.
Cool. Those are the only ones I need to take pictures of? Cool. Oops, that's not where I want to go. That's the shed. Let's go get lost in the forest. Okay. Now, I'll mark down where birds are. Based on... this way. Ahaha. Hello. There we go. Thank you. Cool. Got the bluebird. Chuck. Oh, that reminds me. We haven't looked at our amazing PDA. Case notes. We don't even have a checklist. And just phone numbers. That's all we have. I heard www.herinteractive.com is a great place to learn about the latest detective techniques. I'll have to check it out when I get back home. Wink. Y'all. Okay. Let's go this way first. Okay. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. Let's turn around. Wait. Yes. Ooh, I hear the tanager.
Missed it.
Why? Why did I miss it? Okay, we're just at the cemetery now. Okay.
I must have scared it.
How? What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, wait. Okay. I don't think there's anything back that way at all. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Darn, it flew away.
What the fuck? Is that literally just that I'm not supposed to get them yet? Because it's not like I was taking a long time to do it. Whatever. We haven't been over here at all. Let's go right.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
Cool. Also, yelling out to birds does not really help.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
Yelling "Here, birdie, birdie" does not help. There we go. Cool. I got 3. Now there's 2 more in here I can get. And there's one that I don't think is in the forest. Maybe I need to get the other one first. Oh, there we go. Because you don't take pictures of hawks in forests. Hate to tell ya. I'm just having fun now, I guess. Okay. Well, I can at least go get the well water tested. Oh well. But I'd like to get all these pictures before I have to go ask what's his guts first and shit. Yeah, that made tons of sense. Here you go.
You're back.
I have
You're
that water
back.
sample. What do I do
You
with
sound
it?
so happy
Just give it to
about
me, and I'll take care of it.
Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here. Amazing. He sounds so like he loves to serve people. His fucking fursona. How fucking big this lake is. And we're so tiny. It must take us forever to get anywhere. Okay. I guess let's go try and find these birds again. Okay, there's one this way. Is it this way? I don't know where it was. I didn't write it down on the map.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
Nancy. Huh. A shoe. Clicked the wrong button. Okay. This way. It's the yellow bird I'm missing, right? No? I can't look. And the red bird.
I must have scared it.
How did I fucking scare it? Okay, not the yellow bird, it's the red bird. I think I am also missing a... I don't understand. I must be doing something wrong. Okay, so I guess let's sleep for 12 hours. Go talk to him, ask him for some good old-fashioned, you know. I hate to bother you, but
You find all the birds?
I found some birds, but no matter how quiet I am, I've been scaring other birds away before I can take their picture. What am I doing wrong?
You're wearing those clothes. That's what you're doing wrong. You need to
okay.
blend in, like me. Go back over to M's tacky tourist trap and get yourself some camouflage gear.
Yep,
Only sensible thing that money grubber carries.
amazing.
I'm sorry to keep bugging you, but I need some sandpaper. Emily said you might have some.
Here, take it and scram. I was just about to call in a meadowlark. That was always Ruth's favorite.
Was Ruth your wife?
Good heavens, no. My wife had no patience for birding. Ruth was my dog. Border collie. She'd hear a meadowlark, and by golly, her ears would perk, and she'd cock her head, and she'd just come as close to smiling as ever a dog could.
Do many people around here own dogs?
Not really. Most people don't bother. The place is surrounded by park land, and Ranger Acres just loves enforcing the leash laws.
The leash laws are good for your fucking dogs, okay?
There it is again. Take your sandpaper and go sand something, okay?
Leash laws keep dogs from running after things and getting caught by other predators themselves. Like fucking coyotes. Do you want your dog to get taken off? Well, because some people's dogs are small enough to be taken off by coyotes. Okay. I just got it. Sandpaper.
It's stuck.
Yes. Okay, so Lucy is spring, Xander is summer, Iggy is fall. Okay, let's go read what the thing says again. This music is super, like, intense. Okay, leaves that appear on fresh spring. So, leaves. Swans are summer. Swans are summer. Autumn's call brings out the deer. And winter, birds take flight. Birds. Okay. Okay. So I would say this side is the deer. Alright? This side's leaves. So leaves. That's birds, so this is swans. Birds. Swans. Okay. Let's try it like that. So Lucy should be facing that way. Xander should be facing that way. Iggy should be facing us. Oh, sweet. Cool. Oh, okay. We just took that. Cool. Okay. We just took that. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
It could be mice making that sound.
That's why I have this stuff on. I don't know. Amazing. Okay, and that goes out. Side, what does this say?
William Acres? I wonder if he's related to Jeff Acres.
As told by his most trusted employee, William Acres. Mr. Malone has never spent a night in jail, and he never will, said William Acres. And you know why, because he's an ordinary Joe trying to run an ordinary business. He said this with such conviction that for a moment this reporter honestly thought Acres was talking about somebody other than Mickey Malone, the notorious gangster. But I was standing on the porch of Malone's getaway home at Moon Lake, having bushwhacked through thick brush from the east side of the lake to avoid detection and probably eviction by his bodyguards. And I was talking to the man who, according to the police, is the only person Malone trusts. I ought to know. I see him every day, Acres went on. He doesn't deserve all the grief you newspaper hacks give him. He's a rich man because his laundromats are fine establishments and people like to wash their clothes there. All this talk about him being a bootlegger is just plain hogwash. When I asked if I could talk to Malone, Akers said Malone was out walking. Like I said, he's an ordinary guy who likes to do ordinary things. When I asked him if I could wait for him, he said, "What for? Anything you want to know about Mickey Malone? I can tell you. I've worked for him for 15 years. When I said all I wanted was the truth, he said, "Then you're in luck, because that's what I just told you. And now I suggest you leave. Mickey's a swell guy, but he's got these 4 big dogs, see, and sometimes they don't mind so good." I took the hint and left, but as I struggled through the brush to get back to my car, I realized something. Akers hadn't told me the truth about what Mickey Malone did. I knew that, but he had told me an important truth when it came to what Mickey Malone was. Someone who had at least one extremely loyal employee. I ask you, good citizens of Philadelphia, how many so-called legitimate businessmen can say the same thing? Oh. Tomorrow, reflections on Houdini, master magician. Catch the mice with Moonchug. Wrong game. We don't want to go out this way. Okay, well, that's really all we can do here. Just come back up this way. Okay, cool. Did that. Now let's figure out this. Okay. 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 Oh, okay, that was just it telling me what things were pointed to. But I figured it out from the wallpaper, so that's okay. Okay. So the next thing I have to do is during the daytime again. I have to go fucking... Okay, Nancy Drew sleeps some more. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Let's go buy some shit. Maybe talk to Ranger Jeff. Ranger Akers. Are you related to William Akers? Since Akers is such an uncommon last
Howdy,
name.
Nancy.
Does the name Waldo Matthias mean anything to you?
Can't say as it does.
To make a long story short, I need some camouflage gear.
Got some right over here. One size fits all. But I'm running kind of low on bait. So if you go out and get me, say a dozen little critters,
Yeah,
I'll
totally.
give you the camos.
A dozen little critters?
Worms, spiders, beetles, grubs. Anything that wriggles on its belly will do. Just look under stuff. Rocks, logs, dead leaves. Should be able to find 12 in no time.
Do I need some kind of permit?
Things ain't quite that bad around here. At least not yet. Now, if Jeff Akers' daddy was still around, you might get arrested for cruelty to animals or some such nonsense. Joe Akers used to be the deputy sheriff.
Water.
Real critter lover that one was.
Joe Akers is Jeff's father?
That's right.
Why does that matter? We don't care about that. We didn't learn anything about that, did we?
I found an old newspaper in Sally's house that contained an article on Mickey Malone. It really got my curiosity going. What else can you tell me about him?
Person you should talk to is Jeff Akers. He's got this historical museum thing going out at that ranger station of his.
Yeah, I know.
I found this picture in Sally's house. Do you recognize anybody?
I'm guessing the guy's Mickey Malone, but I don't know who's that lady.
Oof.
Sounds like a case for our resident know-it-all Ranger Akers.
Guess I'll see you later.
Yodelay-hee-hoo!
Yellow. Literally no reason for her to do that. But you know, why is everyone super into skunks here? They're a little too into it. All the way across the lake. It's gonna take us fucking forever. This is why Nancy goes and sleeps for so long, because she's spending all day doing this shit.
You're back.
Yeah. I am. Ooh.
I found a newspaper dating back to 1927 in Sally's house. Since you're kind of an expert on the history of Moon Lake, do you mind if I ask you some questions about Mickey Malone?
Not at all.
The article mentioned that a man named William Akers used to work for Malone. Is he a relative of yours?
No. Quite a coincidence, I'll admit, but no. I am in no way related to the head flunky of some two-bit gangster and his gang of thugs.
I found this
Well,
old picture in Sally's house.
the lady doth
Do you know
protest
who
too
these
much,
people
methinks.
are?
The man is Mickey Malone, I know that. I'm guessing that this is his girlfriend, Vivian Burnett, I think her name was. And judging by the year of that brand new Ford in the background, I'd say the picture was taken in 1928.
She was probably as familiar with Malone's house and his dogs as he was. Think there's any chance she's still alive?
Tell you what, Miss Drew. Why don't I go through my files and see what I can dig up on this mystery woman? I'm a busy man, but like I always say, I'm here to serve.
Have you gotten the results back from that water sample I left with you?
I meant to call the Department of Health today for a status report, but frankly, I've been way too busy.
Sounds like Moon Lake could use 2 rangers.
If I were in charge of just 10 more acres of parkland, they'd give me an assistant, and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most
Yeah.
popular parks in the state.
Sounds important.
Why didn't the Parks Department buy the Malone property instead of Sally?
She outbid them, the cheapskates.
Well, if those dogs scare Sally away for good, other people are bound
Why
to
did
think
she buy
twice
this
about
stupid
buying
property
the place.
anyway? That's
the
my
bank
question.
will lower its price
It's
and
fine.
you'll have your land.
You're insinuating things again, Miss Drew.
I didn't mean to insult you. In fact, is there anything I can do to help you out?
Tell you what, if you're
I'm-
serious about making amends,
Sure.
there's some boxes by the computer labeled with dates. They're from the
I
estate of a
am
local history
within,
buff.
like,
She
quest
kept
within quest
everything
within
from
quest right
newspaper
now.
clippings to old
Sure.
photos to recipes for apple crisp. She put everything in envelopes, then numbered them by year using Roman numerals. Just put the envelopes in order by year with the earliest date in front. Oh, and if you're rusty on Roman numerals, there's an entry on them in the computer.
Okay if I read what's in the envelopes?
Don't go reading anything until you're through, or take my word for it, you'll never get finished.
Cool.
What happened to Akers and the rest of Malone's gang after he went to prison?
Fortunately for Moon Lake, they all left and went their separate ways.
When and why was Malone arrested?
I'm sorry, Ms. Drew. As usual, I'm a little pressed for time.
Okay.
If you have more questions, why don't you sit down at the computer and peruse the Moon Lake database of fascinating factoids that I've put together?
Thanks for all
Fascinating
That's why
factoids
I'm
I've
here.
put together. Dougie. Duck, 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 duck. Good dog. Sorry.
Let's see. Jeff said the envelope with the earliest date goes down in the front of each box.
Oh. The earliest date goes down in the front. Yeah, the front. Okay, I'm right. X1. X3. No. 4. 14. That's 17. 19. Uh-oh. That's... Oh.
Now that they're all sorted, I can do some reading.
Cool. I didn't even... Sure. I don't really care about reading this. Hahaha. Watch the Septics Roadshow on Plumbing Broadcast Service. Yeah, they barely needed any sorting whatsoever. Monster Gang Mickey Malone died yesterday of liver failure in the federal penitentiary, Leavenworth, Kansas, at the age of 52. Died 2 months before he was scheduled to be released. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, that's what I just looked at. And I already looked at that one. Did I look at that one? No. Napped at Moon Lake Residence. Mickey Malone, Philadelphia businessman. Blah blah blah. Malone's shadowy associates through bribes and threats. Agent Waldo Matthias, however, his protestations of innocence ended abruptly when, apparently not wishing to be photographed in his pajamas, Malone took a swing at a press photographer. Amazing. So that was it. Okay, cool. Can we go talk to him?
You're back.
I noticed you have a dog.
That's Yogi, who never goes out unless he's on a leash. Park rules.
Do you have any other dogs?
I hope you're not suggesting I trained Yogi to run around in the middle of the night barking and attacking houses.
I finished putting all those envelopes in
No!
order.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Drew. And to show my gratitude, I've got something for you.
It doesn't involve Roman numerals, does it?
No, it's an honorary Junior Park Ranger pin. I keep them on hand so I can give them out to children whom I see demonstrating respect for park rules and regulations.
Thanks.
A little bit of positive reinforcement. Unfortunately, I don't get to give them out that often.
Oh, gee, thanks, Ranger Acres.
Gee, thanks, Ranger Acres.
I've been trying to take pictures of birds for this guy named Red Knot. Ever met him?
Oh yes, the Birdman. I'd stay away from him if I were you.
Yeah, they look nothing like Yogi. That's why I'm asking if you have other dogs. Come on.
Why? Is something wrong with him?
He's a fanatic. He's got it in his head that Moon Lake would be the best birdwatching venue in the world except for one thing. Too many people. Believe me, if there was a way to get this park shut down and all the homes on the lake torn down, he'd do it in an instant.
Thanks for all your
So
help.
what I'm hearing
Not
is
a
that
problem.
everyone has motive. Is that what you're telling me right now, Mr. Ranger Acres? Mr. Ranger? Okay. Let's go catch some critters and take some pictures. Oh no, I can't take pictures until I catch the critters. Because she did not give me, yeah. Cool. 2, right there. Chirping worms.
Those look too rotten.
Yeah, I was just seeing if there was anything else in here. Like worms, Nancy. Worms. Cool. Cool. I am just going super fast. Gotta love all the chirping worms. Can't catch you. If there's no chirping, I don't need to bother. Gotcha, fucker. 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 12. I don't know, I'm just wandering around now until I hear chirping. Gotcha. Halfway done. Oh shit, did I go backwards again? Motherfucker, I think I did. Oh well. I'm just looking for bugs. Yeah. Cool. I'm just... Well, we just learned. We just learned who Walter Mathias was, at least. He's the guy that caught Malone. Nope, no. No crickets. Alright. Okay, I know. Let's go this way. Oh, I already did that. That's fine. Okay. I don't care about the cardinal. I don't have any of this shit right now. Okay. Nope, no more. Nope, nothing here. No, not here. None down here. Ah! I just want to catch some bugs. Is that really too much to ask for? Is it, friends, is it too much to ask for that I just find 6 more bugs? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, I only need 5 more bugs. Oh, you're right. Nighttime. Ugh. I'm super dumb sometimes. It's cool. I'm like, where are they? Obviously, I need to sleep for 12 hours because nothing can take me less than a day. But you are completely right. Nighttime. Crickets, you know? Glowworm. Cool. I think. You know, the chirping glowworm. Sweet. 8, 9, 10. 2 more. No. I don't think there are any bugs out here ever, really. I mean, it wouldn't make any sound. I'm glad they make them make sounds. Otherwise, I'd be lost as fuck all the time. However, it's just weird. Yeah. Did I just catch both of them? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fuck yes. Finally. I know, I just got really excited about finding bugs, but it's okay. Yellow ribbon when I get over here. Okay. Cool. Oi. Now we gotta go sleep. Again. Oi. Okay, now let's go boating. Jesus. So much effort. Oh man, Rissa, you have to click on things to make them go. I was like, I got in the boat. It should take me where I want to go. Okay.
Nice Junior Park Ranger pin. You must really
Thank you.
be on Acre's good side.
Any word from Tucker, what's his name? He hasn't been by to move that tree yet.
I'll give him another call. But like I said, the man marches to the beat of another drummer. A very slow
But I have
drummer.
all of them.
Guess I'll see you later.
You betcha.
Do I have to put them away?
Ew!
I have them though. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She told me 12.
Hey, Nancy, how's the bait finding coming along?
There we go.
Got him right here.
Well, now, you done all right for a city gal. Here you go. Hope whatever you're hiding from won't catch you. How you holding up?
Guess I'll see you later.
Yodelay-hee-hoo.
Why does she yodel? Stop yodeling. Oops. Shouldn't have to ask people to stop yodeling around. They should just know that it's rude. It's rude to yodel. Okay. Let's do this again. This way is the cardinal. There we go. Beautiful. There's the cardinal. Now the tanager is the other way. I think. Wait. I went the wrong way. Oh well. Doesn't matter. That's the stone pillar, so that's where I am. Okay, there. The yellow bird is this way. This way. We get there. This way. I think. Ha ha ha. There we go. Beautiful. It's a little big for a tanager. Georgia, Pennsylvania, or Switzerland. Now with the yodeling. Keep going straight. Back this way. Okay. Great. There we go. But I remember where the hawk's supposed to be. Because the hawk isn't in the forest. I remember that. Is there anything up here while he's gone? No. Oi. I wonder if Ranger Acres has my water sample yet. Fucking should. What you got?
Good news. I have information on your mystery woman.
You are incredible, Ranger Acres. What did you find out?
Her name these days is Vivian Whitmore. She lives in Las Vegas, and her number is 702-555-9137.
She probably wrote that down too, but just in case.
Sorry to bother you again, but did those results from the water test come in yet?
Well, there's something here for you from the State Department of Health.
Yay. It's unsafe for any purpose.
Oh my gosh, not only is the water bad, but it seems like the well may have been contaminated deliberately.
Goodness.
I wouldn't go jumping to conclusions without proof, Ms. Drew. I'm sure there's a far less melodramatic explanation.
Really?
Where's Yogi?
In the run, out back. Even out of sight, he's under my full control, as park rules require.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for all your help. Okay, Nancy. I guess we'll go back and maybe call some people. She has that bottle of water. Call Sally. Actually, you know what? Save. Because I haven't saved at all tonight. I just realized. Whoops. Okay, so call Sally and Vivian. There we go. Now I will know what I wanted to do. But yeah, I think that'll be good for tonight. Because I'm exhausted. Tuesdays are my really busy days. And it's not like there's been very many people in the stream tonight. So thank you guys for coming out. I had fun. Tomorrow we get to continue with our amazing whatchamacallit, investigation. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. And let's get this music stopping. There we go. But yeah, thank you guys so much. See you guys later. Peace out.